What if Deku was Dr. Eggman, Part 7? We start this off where Dr. Eggman is currently in his lab, working on another machine. Beta! As we see Beta, who's pretty much done. It's good to see that another project is nearly done. But now, let's get you off that machine. As he then press a button, as Beta will start flying. Dr. Eggman, what is my command? Why, as he looks at the date, ooh, 1 day away from the sports festival. As he smirks. I wonder if Mecha Sonic had decided to go on that mission, or did I delay him? Speaking of Mecha Sonic, he walks, or Mark II Mecha Sonic, as he walks in. Mecha Sonic, did you go and destroy the Hero Safety Commission yet? No, I have been gathering details and data before going on the attack. Then I would like for you to attack tomorrow. Same here with Beta. What are my orders? Why, you will be going to the sports festival, and you will be giving them a little gift. What gift, Dr. Robotnik? Does it need to be so simple? Or, I guess I'll have to explain it. I want you to attack the sports festival, cause as much havoc and chaos as you can. Have the heroes on their toes while I'm preparing some more machines. How shall I proceed? You'll be taking a carrier, of course, a ship, with several other robots. You'll drop Mark II Mecha Sonic near the Hero Safety Commission. That's where he will do his job. Isn't that right, Mecha Sonic Mark II? As Mecha Sonic would nod. Of course, Dr. Robotnik. Beta requests more data before taking on the assignment. Well, you have 1 day to take all of the data from my database on the assignment. I expect good results from you, Beta. Get going. As Beta would float off, as Mark II would follow, as Dr. Eggman would go and sit down in front of a screen. It seems everything is going according to plan, at least for now. Originally, I was going to have Mark II Mecha Sonic destroy the Hero Safety Commission and the sports festival, but knowing that my enemies could have a plan, especially Sonic, since he's definitely a loose cannon and definitely a thorn in my side, as a video of Sonic fighting Mark I Mecha Sonic appears on the screen. He defeated Mark I pretty easily, but Mark II will be much more of a challenge. Beta as well, as Beta will definitely prove how strong he is at the sports festival, as well as all the other robots I'm sending with him. Although I do have to account for the losses that I may take at the sports festival. It's minor, as he starts to look at the results of his robot's speed of his factories. Well, it doesn't look like I'll lose much if I do lose a couple of robots in the sports festival. It seems I'm making quite a bit. As then someone comes in. Dr. Eggman? Who is it? It's Cubot, sir. What do you want, Cubot? I just got a report from, the people we sold parts to. They would like to meet you in person. As Dr. Eggman's eyebrow raises, as he turns his chair around. You're saying that someone wishes to meet me? In person, you say? Yes. Apparently they would like more equipment from you. And maybe more advanced tech as well, as they seem to know you have it. You gotta be kidding me. As Dr. Eggman then smiles. We'll let them be for now, but I shall sign a date first to meet. Alright, what day would that be? As then he remembers, the echidna saying Angel Island. 1 month from now. I want to do a bit of research on... He starts typing in the computer. Angel Island. As we go to Angel Island, where Knuckles is with the Master Emerald, Sonic is there, and Tails. And Amy. Man, whatever that machine was that we fought, I believe it was Mecha Sonic. It sure was tougher than anything else I had faced from, the Egghead or something? It was pretty easy. I simply destroyed it in a hit. Well, you didn't know its speed. It was actually pretty fast. Of course, not as fast as me, but still. Come on, you're the fastest there is, Sonic. Thanks, Tails. But anyway, where do you think he'll strike next? And we only have one Chaos Emerald, and we don't even know how many he has. Don't worry about it, Tails. If he has any Chaos Emeralds, we'll just snatch him. And as long as we get the Chaos Emeralds before he does, well, it's a win for us. That's true, but I'm worried he may make more machines that will be more difficult to handle. As he then holds out the Chaos Emerald, this is only one Chaos Emerald. There are still 6 out there. Well, as long as Angel Island's safe, everything should be fine. But I do have to agree. We need to get the Chaos Emeralds before this Egghead. Do you all have any idea where the Chaos Emeralds are? They appear at random sometime. Can't be 100% sure. Yeah, Sonic's right. They appear at random. Well, I guess that can't be helped. Angel Island is hidden here, and I don't think anyone's going to find it. So I'll help you in this adventure of yours. Alright. Well, we should really go off and talk with Amy. As we go to Amy, who's just roaming the forest, picking a few flowers. Man, very beautiful day, and Knuckles never told me that there were so many beautiful flowers on Angel Island. As she's just wandering around Angel Island. As Sonic would be running around looking for Amy. As he would see Amy. Amy! As he would run over. Oh, Sonic! As she's holding a couple flowers. What are you doing? I was just collecting a few flowers while we were here on Angel Island. There's quite a bit of them. Well, me and Tails are about to head out. Knuckles may be also leaving to search for another Chaos Emerald. We're planning to split up. So where y'all plan to go? Well, I'm off to Japan to look for a Chaos Emerald there. Tails is off to France. Knuckles said he was going to Germany. Where do you think you're gonna go to look for a Chaos Emerald? I don't know. Maybe I'll go to Australia or something. Well, Tails will give you a lift. We're about to leave, though. Alright, Sonic. As she would follow Sonic, as they would leave Angel Island. As we now go back to Eggman's base, as something starts to fly off, as it's seemingly a ship. is roaming through the air as Beta and Mechasonic Mark II are currently on top of the ship. Mark II looks at Beta. Tell me your assignment, Beta. As Beta simply says, attacking the sports festival, delivering Dr. Robotnik's message, and get rid of a few threats, and cause as much chaos and havoc as Dr. Eggman wishes. As Mark II simply just looks back into the sky as they're on the ship flying. As Mark II is looking through its database. Sonic. I am the real Sonic. As they would simply go flying towards Japan, as they can now see the coast as they're approaching. Have the ship drop me near, well, the Hero Safety Commission building. Beta has already set coordinates to drop you off. As then Mark II also orders, is the ship's cloaking on? Of course, the stealth cloaking system Dr. Eggman created is currently active. As we go back to Dr. Eggman for a moment, as he just smiles, it seems the technology of cloaking I designed just a few hours ago with the Beta, when I was making him, it seems to be a full success. But just in case, I'll have the ship stay above the average altitude, so that way it will be out of sight from any civilians. Can't have them warning the heroes before it's too late. As we would go back to the ship, as it had arrived just a little bit distance away from the Hero Safety Commission building, as Mark II Mechasonic jumps off the carrier before landing on a building, cracking the building's roof a bit. Orders, destroy and gather as much information from the Hero Safety Commission database. As it points its arm at the Hero Safety Commission headquarters, as it fires several missiles, as it hits, as most people are off because, well, heroes are at the sports festival. As it blows the gate up and the building up a bit, as it walks through the front gate, as a few guards come out and, well, shoot it, as the bullets simply get deflected off Mark II's metal. As he would then just shoot the guards before walking, as he would then speed up and hit a few more guards, sending them towards a wall. As then he would notice a computer, as then he would then plug in something as he would start to try to take a few data. It seems like data is not replying. I will need central hard drive to get the data that Dr. Eggman wants. As it unplugs the USB before walking in, as then a hero with a firework comes out of the building as it starts to send fire towards Mechasonic, as he would turn into a metal ball, as he would just go straight through the hero. Weak hero, you are nothing. Mechasonic Mark II. I am the real Sonic. As he would run fast before taking out every hero and guard in his path as he's walking down the hall. As he looks directly at the security camera before he destroys it. And he just opens the, metal sealed door to the hard drive room. As he would walk in, and then a signature would suddenly flash. As detection of a Chaos Emerald. As we go to Dr. Eggman, who's currently working on something. As then he looks up as he sees the monitor ping. A Chaos Emerald? As he simply just stops what he's doing and goes to the computer. As he then looks through Mechasonic's eyes. Yeah, it seems to be in the Hero Safety Commission building. What are those buffoons using a Chaos Emerald for? As Mechasonic goes towards the hard drive as he plugs in the USB. As it's stealing data and leaving a virus in the Hero Safety Commission's database. Mechasonic, come in. Mechasonic Mark II, come in. Mechasonic Mark II. Yes, Dr. Eggman. Where is that Chaos Emerald? I know you have it detected on your radar. It's currently in the hard drive room somewhere. Well, retrieve it. Apparently, those doors were keeping the information of the Chaos Emerald hidden. They must not know of its power, but if they do, this could be a problem. Get that Chaos Emerald. Make sure they don't know anything on the data, and if they have any data on that Chaos Emerald, delete it all from their systems. I can't let them make anything troublesome. Of course, Dr. Eggman. I'll be on it right away. As he grabs the USB that I just finished. As then he walks through the hard drive room. As he starts to look around. As then he makes his way towards, well, a room that has a blast door. As Mechasonic would turn into a ball, as he would just saw through the door as the Chaos Emerald is in a glass container. As he would punch before grabbing the Chaos Emerald. Chaos Emerald attained. Good work, Mechasonic. Come back to base with the Chaos Emerald. Shall I reunite with our forces at the sports festival? Do so. But only make sure you retrieve and bring back that Chaos Emerald. Yes, Dr. Eggman, it shall be done. As we now go to, well, Beta in the ship approaching the sports festival, as they've already gone through their first 2 events. Also, all communications between the Hero Safety Commission and the sports festival have been cut off by Dr. Eggman simply hacking in the Hero Safety Commission system and their satellite system, causing them to shut down all communications within the area of the Hero Safety Commission base headquarters, making sure no communication got out to any forces, making it a dead zone, essentially, for communication. As they're about to, well, start with the 3rd round, as then suddenly a hologram would appear above the USJ. Well, if this isn't the sports festival, as everyone's shocked, thinking it's a part of the events, as this has Nezu and the hero shocked. I am Dr. Eggman, and I send you a bit of a gift. A gift of what you heroes have shunned. As no one recognizes him because he's changed his appearance a bit. As the only person that has a chance to recognizing him is Aizawa, Eraserhead. And my gift here is destruction and chaos. My machine shall deal with you. As then a ship just starts to float over the, well, sports festival. Beta, make sure to take care of these heroes. Deal as much chaos and destruction as you can. I expect good results, as then machines start to jump off the, well, egg ship. As we got some egg hammer bots, we got some regular bots, and then we have cannons on the ship opening fire, well, in the main area of the arena. as it would basically hit the heroes in the arena, as this would cause people to go into a panic as they are now trying to rush out, realizing this is an attack, this is no joke. As several heroes rush down to fight the robots, as the hammer bots are doing significant damage, as Beta is simply giving commands from the, middle of the sports festival arena. As he would then charge up a blast before sending a large blast towards, a hero, as it would hit it and he would be evaporated. As then he would launch missiles which would hit the, walls of the sports festival. As several heroes would come rushing out, like All Might, Endeavor would send, fire, which wouldn't really affect the machines, as they would start fighting with Dr. Eggman's machines. As, Eraserhead tries to, surround a scarf around Beta, as it would simply lift his arm, causing Eraserhead to come off the ground by its pure strength before swinging him into a wall. As then All Might would come to try to punch Beta, as then two hammer bots were both swinging their hammers with the propulsion of jets on their hammers, which were coming to hit, All Might. As he throws a punch, as it both collides, causing, the hammers to go flying as All Might to step back a bit. As the hammers landed in the arena, in the stands, as then Beta had fired a blast, as All Might wasn't really expecting it after hitting the hammers, as he gets sent back a bit by the blast. Several missiles would be fired towards All Might. This is where they would be intercepted by, Hawks, as he would cut them down. "Where is your boss?" All Might would say. "Dr. Eggman doesn't have the time to deal with you heroes. He is simply having us take his revenge for him while he eventually delays your demise." "Delays our demise?" "Yes. You are not the threat we are so worried about." As this would surprise All Might a bit, before he rushes to try to hit Beta once more. This time getting hit by a cannon from the egg ship. As Hawk's like, "I'm going to try to take out that egg ship or whatever." As he would fly towards the ship, as cannons would be firing upon him, as several egg bots would be on top that were just jumping down. Some of them having blasters, as they would start firing towards Hawks, as he's trying to get close, but the cannons and the blasters of the egg bots is making it real difficult for him to get in close. As Beta would simply just rush over and just hit another hero, sending him towards a wall. As Best Genius was actually doing his best, taking out several robots with his, Quark. As Beta looks around, minimal losses so far. 2 egg hammers down. Calculating about 30 egg bots down. Reinforcements from egg ship required. As then several other robots would start coming off the egg ship, just reinforcing the lines in the USJ. As Beta would fire several missiles again, as All Might starts to come towards him again to hit him in the face. In the head. As All Might is throwing a fist at Beta, he puts both of his arms up to block as he's sent to the wall of the arena. As he simply comes out of it with only a bit of a damage to his armor plating on his fists as he floats. As a hammerbot rushes towards All Might, as he throws a very powerful punch, destroying it in one hit. Scanning. Noted. His power has increased again. Scanning. More data required for Dr. Eggman. A quirk that amplifies the strength even more. As then suddenly, as Beta is about to fly off to give more commands, he then gets an explosion. The explosion doesn't really do much, but it does cause one of Beta's armor plates on his blaster to the left to go flying off, as Beta then would send a fire from his right blaster, as it would hit Bakugo, sending him back a bit, but wouldn't do that much damage as the attack was set to low power. As Beta then would fly back towards the ship. Hawks, he's trying to retreat, as then Hawks would just go flying towards Beta. As Beta would raise his, right arm, as then Hawks would cut the joint, which would cause the right arm to fall off. As the cannon then would shoot him in the back. As Beta would look back. Significant damage taken. Requesting retreat. Requesting retreat. As we go back to Eggman, who's currently working on something. Ah, yes. Almost done. Sir. Cubot, I thought I said I'll deal with that later. Set a meeting for next month. It's Orbot, sir. Oh, Orbot. What do I owe the pleasure? I want to ask, what are you planning? You're working on another machine so soon? It's weaker than Mechasonic Mark II, but it should get the job done for what I have planned. What are you planning? Well, what I'm planning is to search for that Angel Island. As he gets up before walking towards Orbot. May I ask what that is? It kind of looks like, well, your other projects. Well, this is Silver Sonic. He doesn't have the power and the adaptability like Mach 2 Sonic has. But he should get the job done for now. As he walks over towards Silver Sonic, he will be helping us when we find this Angel Island. Prepare my Eggmobile. We leave in a few hours when I finish Silver Sonic. But sir, we have no idea where Angel Island is. Well, I've taken a lot of research and data. I am looking for this Angel Island. It may have a frequency that I can follow. But other than that, I'm just going to be guesswork. So I'll just be looking for it for the next couple of days. You're going to be looking for this Angel Island for the next couple of days, but your forces will be unmanned. Don't worry. I've already said, well, my plans to Mechasonic Mark II. He'll take over things while I'm off, searching for this new prize. Very well, sir. So, Mechasonic Mark II will be in command once he returns. Yes. They are seemingly doing well at the sports festival. Sir, about half of our forces at the sports festival have been destroyed by the counts of the heroes so far. Let me see. As he goes over, he doesn't seem to mind, actually. Aren't you mad that half of your forces have been wiped out by the heroes already that you sent? Not at all. Take a look at this. As then he looks and sees several heroes are down. The only ones still in the fight are about the top heroes. No low-level hero even stands a chance. Although Beta has taken some significant damage from heroes like All Might, Hawks, Vestinist, and Mirko did some damage too. But other than that, all those low-level heroes aren't doing much against it. As then he knows that, well, Beta is about to get sliced in half by Hawks. If I lose Beta, it will be a significant loss, as he's my little bit of a tactician. I need him to lead some forces for future events. As then suddenly, he'd watch as he would smile as Hawks would then get hit in the back by Mechasonic Mark II, sending him straight to the ground. As the racer would go over to Hawks, as his back is a bit cut from Mechasonic, as he would just land on the ground. As All Might's like, what's this now? Another machine? As Beta looks back, note, thank you, Mark II, for your assistance. I'm heading back to the carrier. Well, the ship to get repaired. as it flies towards the ship. As Endeavor is like, no you don't, as he's about to send a blast, before he just gets uppercut by Mark II Mechasonic and hit in the chest, sending him flying towards the wall of the arena, causing it to crack. As then Bakugo would try to fight this thing, as All Might would say, Bakugo, no! As Bakugo would use One for All and tries to explode Mark II Mechasonic. As this would have no effect, as he would simply just look in the direction before punching him, sending him into a hero, sending them into a wall. As he starts to look at the robots, as they start to fight once again, as he starts to go through the database of how many, troops are left on the carrier. It seems that other than the ones that are in the main control area, controlling the guns, the flight, and the controls, there is about a total of 30 extra robots, which are still coming and dropping from the ship. So there's not that many of them left, and there's about, 40 of them left at the ground. So about a total of 70 robots that can be in action. As Mechasonic looks over at a hero, as All Might starts to run towards him, as he changes his hand to fire a missile, as All Might would just simply hit the missile away before rushing to punch Mechasonic, as he would duck before speeding up and hitting All Might in the face, before hitting All Might like 3 times, sending him flying back. As we would go to, Sonic, who was running in Japan while looking for a Chaos Emerald, as then he sees the news, as a news helicopter is currently reporting the action over the sports festival, where the heroes are being attacked. That doesn't look good, as he would run towards the sports festival. As Mechasonic is looking around, no threat, simply easy to deal with targets. As then suddenly, Aizawa would try to attack from behind, as he would simply just spin around and hit him, pretty much backhanding him into a wall. Heroes, no threat here. As he then looks at the Chaos Emerald he's holding, must retrieve Chaos Emerald. As then he would just start to head towards the ship. As, of course, Hawks tries to intercept, Mechasonic Mark II as he starts to head towards the ship. As then a cannon would fire, hitting him. This time doing significant damage, burning his, face and chest as he's sent to the ground. As he would land on the top of the egg carrier. The egg ship, not the egg carrier. As he would hand the Chaos Emerald over to one of the egg bots. Have this put in the vault until we return back to headquarters. As the simple egg bot nods before taking the Chaos Emerald away. As then Mark II Mechasonic would look down at the sports festival. As he's noticed, most of his forces have been cleaned up. As he simply orders Beta, who has come out fully repaired from inside the ship, using its repair system. As Beta is about to go back into the fight, Mechasonic simply raises its hand. What is the meaning of this? Mark II Mechasonic. Our orders were simply to cause chaos. Time for a retreat. That is not my orders. I just got orders from Dr. Eggman. We retreat. Very well. Robots, retreat. As several of the robots start running away. As the heroes see this as a victory. Before we retreat, leave them a little bit of a bombardment, will you? Bombarding as all cannons start to focus and fire at full power. As they open fire. As the next thing we see is the eggship flying away as the, arena gets blown to bits. The sports festival arena gets blown to bits. we now see in the parking lot where every hero had seemingly got taken and, well, set down, like everyone was evacuated. As then we see Sonic, oh, man, there was a lot of you in there. As he had managed to save every single hero person that was still in the, well, arena before exploding by the egg ship. As the egg ship would fly back to base. As the heroes are too injured to really do anything. As a lot of them took significant damage from Beta, Mechasonic, and Dr. Eggman's troops, which got the drop on the heroes when they attacked. Well, I gotta admit, that was tough. As, well, Nezu comes over. Are you Sonic by any chance? Yes. You're the person that helped out with the USJ. Again, I do appreciate your assistance. No problem, just doing my job. But anyway, I should really follow that thing. As he's about to run, he starts running to follow the egg ship. Do tell us where it ends up, will you? Sure thing. As he starts to run off. As Mechasonic's currently on the edge of the ship just as it's flying away. As Beta is now in the central control area of the ship, just simply controlling it. As Mechasonic looks around, he thinks he's a blue blur start to run through the city. I am the real Sonic. I am Mecha Sonic. As Mecha Sonic simply just jumps off the ship, causing the ship to, well, tilt a little. As Beta would notice this. What report? Sir, it seems like the front of the ship was a bit damaged when Mechasonic just jumped off. Mechasonic did what? Halt ship's movement. We can't retreat back to headquarters without Mechasonic. We do have the Chaos Emerald. We could leave him. As Beta's like, no, we wait for Mechasonic Mark II to return to the ship. That's my orders. As the Eggbots simply follow Beta's orders. As we now go to, well, Mechasonic, which is just falling from the sky, as he lands right in front of Sonic, breaking the ground, causing him to lose his balance and having to do a backflip to land back on his feet. As this surprised Sonic, who are you? I am Mecha Sonic Mach 2. As it looks at, well, Sonic. Great, another one of the robots there that's imitating me. As he runs to throw a punch, as then suddenly a fist would hit him in the face, before hitting him another time, sending him towards a wall. As they start to run at each other, as they're throwing fists, as Mechasonic Mark II is keeping up with his speed a lot faster than Mecha Sonic Mark I. As they're currently trading blows, as he's keeping up with Sonic, as Sonic tries to, well, hit one of its legs, as it simply just jumps and hit him in the face. As he then fired a missile towards Sonic, as he would just jump over it, as then he noticed it was heading towards, well, a car moving, as he then run over and then quickly hit the missile away, causing it to deflect and hit a sign. As it would fall down and just simply block the road. As Sonic sighs of relief after saving the person that was about to get hit by a missile, as then Sonic just gets punched in the face before he's sent into a TV store. As Mecha Sonic Mark II walks over towards the, well, entrance of the TV store, which was broken in by Sonic being sent flying into it. As he's about to walk in, suddenly gets a call from Dr. Eggman. Dr. Eggman, I know you are currently in the middle of battle with Sonic right now, but I currently need you back at the base. Request to keep fighting Sonic. Request denied. I am currently going to be off on a little exhibition. I need you to make sure that Blue Hedgehog doesn't figure out my plans. So report back to the base and wait for orders. I make myself clear. Crystal clear, Dr. Eggman, as he would then just walk away. As Sonic started to get up after hitting several TVs, as Mecha Sonic would make his way back to the ship, as it would go cloak mode to where Sonic couldn't follow. As it would head back to Eggman's base. And that is the end of part 7 of What If Deku Was Dr. Eggman. Make sure to like and subscribe for more.